Ohio Republican Congressman, House Financial Services Committee member, and House Freedom Caucus member Warren Davidson. Congressman Davidson, welcome here.
Judge, it's an honor to join you. Thanks for laying out the issues so clearly.
Do your colleagues recognize that this Section 215, which is about to expire, is the most flagrant direct violation of the Constitution since the Alien and Sedition Acts of 1798 punished speech?
You know, I love the way you're thinking. I wish all of my colleagues agreed with you. Some of them clearly don't. That's how we got into this mess. But thankfully, there's a bipartisan coalition between conservatives and progressives that have called for this bill. And that's what the Safeguarding Americans' Private Records Act is all about, SAPRA. And we think we've got a shot at moving this through the Judiciary Committee.
So I was surprised at a wonderful and articulate piece that you wrote this morning when I saw R next to your name. So how many R for Republicans in the House of Representatives agree with you and me that the Fourth Amendment means what it says, and one FBI agent simply cannot authorize another FBI agent to engage in mass warrantless surveillance?
Well, the vast majority of the Freedom Caucus would agree. And the bill that's moving forward has got 3 Republicans, 3 Democrats. Senator Daines and Senator Wyden, 1 Republican, 1 Democrat, makes it not just bipartisan but bicameral. So we're excited about some momentum behind it.
Where's Mrs. Pelosi on this in the House, and where is Senator McConnell on this in the Senate? I'm almost afraid to ask.
Well, you know, the easier one is we have a little bit of momentum in the House. Unfortunately, Adam Schiff and Pelosi are likely to be united. I'm not confident where Schiff will be. I don't think he'll go as far as Zoe Lofgren, and I hope that he will. I really hope that Speaker Pelosi listens to, frankly, follows the Constitution, and then we'll be fine. In the Senate, I don't have as much confidence. This would go through Lindsey Graham's committee in the Senate, and while he's been great on helping us get good judges, frankly, he's for a lot of authority for the federal government, including surveillance powers.
What happens when somebody gets into Congress and suddenly just goes along with things that are so obviously and flagrantly violations of the Constitution? Even the strong pro-Trump folks, you mentioned Lindsey Graham and Senator McConnell. Trump himself was victimized by this kind of warrantless spying. Don't they see the damage that it can cause? Don't they realize it violates not only the spirit but the very words in the Constitution itself that they have sworn to preserve, protect, and defend?
I do think more people realize. So if you go back when the Patriot Act was passed post 9/11, as you highlighted, overwhelmingly that was Republicans that were pushing the bill. And I think a lot of people have seen, hey, those of us who've been trying to sound the alarm and say this is so ripe for abuse have been proven accurate, not just by the actions taken against Donald Trump, but if you look at the actions in the Horowitz report related to it, and then you go to the FISA court finding on October 8th. I mean, they found systematic abuse by the agencies, complete disregard for the law, including violations by the FBI. So the idea that we're going to let these same people that have ignored the existing law reform themselves without Congress saying, no, we've got to have a different framework altogether for this, should not happen. I mean, we have to unite and change this system that's happening today. And we can still be the greatest intelligence gatherers in the world while respecting the civil liberties and constitutional rights of American citizens.
Congressman Davidson, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Judge.